Hello, welcome back to the Commander's Guide for XCOM. I'm Jade Star.
I'm Guava Moment.
And we have a very special episode for you today.
Complete.
Right after the satellite gets out of here. Shoot.
Commander, the Council is requesting a direct link on the secure
Council mission, what do we got here?
Yeah, you remember that thing we did for that guy who had the thing?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that MacGuffin
okay.
that never got explained?
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Oh.
Gotta strap in my seatbelt here.
We're confident that you will handle this matter.
So this is the second Zhang mission, so naturally are not taking Zhang.
I have James Dean, and James Dean is just a better heavy, all around. He's got better aim, better stats, except for the willpower, but whatever.
It's
And
not Zhang.
he's got higher, what's that stuff? He's even a higher rank. So the pre-mission scramble for a gear. Since we failed to capture the Muton last time, I figured I would appease you and make sure both of my assaults had arc throwers.
Yeah, because you have nothing but time to capture Mutons on this map.
Yeah, plenty of time. It's not like there will be a time limit or anything.
Excellent. We look forward to seeing your progress.
And you don't have any other laser weapons other than laser rifles, right?
No, we're researching precision lasers currently.
Okay.
So we'll get snipers and shotguns sooner or later. I feel good about this, though. I have a very strong team for the second part of Slingshot.
Yeah, normally you don't get armor or armor and weapons at the same time for this. It's usually one or the other.
Yeah, maybe Portent pushed it back, or Site Recon. It just feels like this is a little bit delayed, and I'm going in a little bit stronger than I'm used to.
It's still going to be really tough.
Dropship has arrived.
Yeah, I mean, the enemies aren't going to be so new, but
We're heading into China.
Special
for the next
conditions.
operation.
Now, even though, like Portent and the other council missions, this one is a little bit scripted, it's still really quite hard, and made even more difficult on Enemy Within.
yeah, I think between versions they changed the sky drops, or increased them.
They also made it so you can't move up to an objective and capture it on the same turn.
Oh, right.
Commander, the alien battleship is currently on course for the city, and we don't have much time to respond. Using the device provided by Zhang, Dr. Shen has developed a series of modified transponders that should throw off the alien's navigational computer. However, the only way for us to get them in position fast enough is by using the commuter rail network running through the city.
So this is still really kind of hand-wavy and MacGuffin-y. Like, really? We're going to put beacons on a train, and then what?
But you at least did the correct thing by moving the sniper on top of the subway car.
Yeah, she ended up one square short of the piece of low cover I'd like to have her on, but nah, what am I going to do about it?
That's great for the first turn.
Yeah, it's not like leaving a sniper standing out in the middle of the open.
This is the
It's pretty
train we're going to
bad.
be using to move the transponders. It's not ideal, but we'll have to place each of the transponders in a fixed position in order to ensure the signal strength.
So this is a good map. I do enjoy how much jumping in and out of windows you do. It's fun to play, but it can be pretty tough.
Yeah. We're just going to make sure no window survives this.
And especially for my style of play. I mean, I play super aggressive, so 10 turns, it's still pretty hard. I'm interested to see how your defensive style is going to work with this.
I guess it's going to be more aggressive than usual.
Oh,
You'll
yeah.
have to let me know, but for this mission, I've never really had the luxury of playing defensive style simply because
No, you
have,
can't.
You have the time limit hanging over your head. Typically what I do is, what you're going to see already, is that I have a support and assault run through the train, a sniper on top of it, and then anybody else usually splits up. Usually just one person out to the left and two people out to the right. Pretty much what I have right here is how I'm going to run this mission unless something forces me out of my plan. Sniper on top, two are going to go down the corridors and hit the beacons, and the heavy and the mech are going to stay to the right.
Now, it's certainly possible to beat this in a few number of turns. I believe the achievement is to beat it in, 7 turns?
I think it's with 4 remaining on the clock.
Which is really tough.
Yeah, it's doable, but it really requires things to go your way every time. You need to be putting down thin men left and right, and you pretty much have to have a sprinter support tagging the beacons
And
every
you
turn.
can't have the subway blocking your own sniper's line of sight. Which sometimes can happen if you stand right in the middle.
sometimes it's a little tricky. Like, right now, I really think she should have line of sight to those unactivated thin men right now, but...
Yeah, but you're standing on the middle of it, it's a little weird.
Not seeing over the lip, you think?
Yeah.
I guess that makes more sense than they're thin enough to hide behind that light pole.
I'm on my way.
Okay, I remember this. This move. Tiny didn't activate those 2 thin men down there. I really, really thought he would. I'm also not too thrilled with his, like, 60% chance to hit a thin man.
Yeah.
Considering other options.
This is one of those missions there just aren't really a lot of good options.
No. James Dean, as befits a heavy, is kind of slow. Now, look where everybody's moved. Now watch what happens when I move James Dean up.
Hostile spotted.
What?
Yeah! He activated them.
Okay. Oh, and well, okay, this worked out.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh! Get
Yeah.
dagger into your heart.
Yeah. I'd go stun him if he wasn't so friggin' far away.
You don't have one yet?
I don't think so. Plus, just free guns is always a good thing.
Well, you could collateral damage that one.
I could,
Yeah.
which was what I was thinking, but the train's in the way.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not fun times the first little bit of this.
Yeah.
No ammo available.
This is usually a very difficult map, but getting rid of that cover lets Sprawl take a pot shot. And Tony White, again, gives no shits about aliens in cover.
Okay.
Kill confirmed. It's a superficial.
I was gonna make fun of you for not using rapid fire on that, but I think you're better off saving it and maybe run and gun rapid firing one of these guys next turn.
Incoming.
I suppose. I mean, you're still technically right that the hit percentages work out better for rapid fire, even at 90%. But I'd rather
Yeah, that's
save
pretty
it.
nice.
Yeah, every once in a while when I have a 100% chance to hit, I like to open up the advanced details and be like, how overkill is this? I also used headshot because I don't want to see another 3 damage pop up.
No, no. Come on, get in there.
Well, Sprawl is like 1 short of the piece of cover I want to move her to. So instead, we're going to have Tony move up.
Aye, aye.
And then remember, I didn't have him press the beacon.
Oh, yeah, good job with that.
Hey, everything is fine.
Hostiles pacified.
I'll just have Sprawl eventually move there, hit the beacon, and then move up to the other side of the doorway with Tony.
Good. That transponder is in place and operational. Once the rest are deployed, they'll begin transmitting a signal to confuse the alien navigation system. If everything goes according to plan, the signal should pull the battleship off course, leaving us with a prime opportunity for an ambush.
Moving.
So do you remember to reload here?
Ah, yeah, of course. I wanted to rush up further, but A, he didn't have ammo, B, I didn't want to push lines of sight up and trigger more thin men after Sprawl and Tony had already moved.
Weapons.
Over here on the left side of the train, though, fuck it, let's just dash forward. We got ground to cover.
That's kind of this whole mission. You got a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah.
Solid copy, Commander.
I mean, the first time you play it, 10 turns is kind of daunting. Especially if the brakes don't all go your way.
Multiple incoming bogies. It looks like they were air-launched from the battleship. Expect new contacts any minute now.
That Muton.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a new spot for me. How about you?
Yeah, I remember the one that drops right there.
Yeah, that guy, yeah, I'm used to seeing him. That one over there on the right, though, that's the first time I've seen a Muton drop there.
And for those watching, remember when we first said normally you get either armor or laser weapons for this mission? Sometimes you don't get either. And then here you go, here's 2 Mutons. Have fun.
Yeah. Now, there's a Muton with 4 health right next to an assault with a stun gun.
You could shave that down a little more.
Yeah, I could. I think I'm going
Clearly. No. There's one thing you have to do with that mech. And you had better do that.
Don't worry, you will not be disappointed. The problem is though, I can't really move anybody right now because both of them are on Overwatch and everybody's probably visible by both of them.
Well, there you go. The guy with the pistol. Perfect. Stun that guy.
Perfect would have been 2 more damage.
Or, well, yeah.
I was really hesitant because I mean, if this stun failed, I was.
Then things would get interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job.
Target disabled.
Sometimes Mutons just land in your lap, just asking to be put into a giant glass jar. Now this guy's on Overwatch, and I was pausing there to double check that Sprawl had leveled up to the point she had lightning reflexes.
There you go.
Yeah. And so
Lightning reflexes is so good.
It is. It is the solution to airdrops.
That will allow you to do... Please do this. Yes. Set up dramatic camera angles.
Exactly. I wanted this punch to be as satisfying as possible.
I hope it goes through that glass. Oh, please go through the glass.
In close combat.
Boosh! Oh. Not through the glass, but that perfectly satisfying.
He kinda...
A plus boosh.
I don't know where he went though. He fell somewhere. I was trying to figure out what happened to that Muton. The ground just swallowed him up and ate him.
Well, that was fun punching and capturing, but now you kind of have to get a move on here.
Yeah, I do. I spent an entire turn not advancing, and Sprawl is unfortunately 1 short of reaching the next little activator thing, so I take the safer option and put her in full cover.
Solid copy.
At least James Dean has a good position.
That is a great
The
position.
alien battleship is still on a direct course for the city, Commander. We'll have to move quickly.
Stepping off.
Well, I guess I should also point out it's kind of a good idea not to get anybody injured during this mission, and how hard that is.
Right.
Because the next part of this is probably going to be immediately after.
Yeah, the next mission comes
You've got 2 transponders
really
left.
quickly, like 2 days after, if that.
Oh, sometimes it happens just hours.
Really? Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, you know.
Yeah, plot-wise it'll make sense, but...
Yeah. Game mechanics-wise, that's kind of brutal, because if you don't have full lasers and full carapace everywhere, that can be a brutal map. And it's also sometimes really hard to avoid any injuries, just simply because you get poison spit on.
Heading to that location.
And then, yeah, the next mission is going to be very difficult as well, as it's another scripted mission that's pretty large and involves a lot of combat. And if you don't have an A-team for that, it can be brutal.
That happened to a couple other missions we're going to see where I remember having to do it without an A-team. It'd be nearly impossible.
I'm on it.
So with that Muton, he captured an alien grenade with it, and just a regular plasma rifle, I believe, as well.
Yep.
That's a
Plus, they're delicious things to interrogate. They give you
Oh,
delicious plasma credits, meaning we can research those plasma things we steal from them 50% faster. An entire turn of nothing.
Well, it did just give you the 2 Mutons. I think this part here is just a little break for you.
Right. I was expecting more, or,
You're almost there.
Yeah, was this?
Only 1 transponder
I think there's supposed to be another Sky Muton. I'm not entirely sure.
I don't. I certainly remember those first ones, but
Affirmative.
Yeah.
not entirely sure what's at the end.
Eyes on target.
We got a lot of ground to cover. I mean, it's kind of interesting looking at how vertically stretched this firefight has become. Look at how far away this shot is.
Squad sight best skill.
I'm out of firepower over here.
Oh, did you hear Nidian right there? That's going to be important in a minute.
Heading to that location. Scanning.
Yeah, that person on the roof needs to get a move on here.
Yeah, I kind of expected there to be more thin men kind of in the little section Tiny's occupying. James Dean was going to be there as rocket insurance, but it just never materialized that way.
Stepping off.
And again, I mean, there's no thin men out here. This needs to be a full sprint forward. The problem is I don't want to dash too far forward and reveal more crap with, like, the last person.
Well, yeah, right across the door is a good place.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to activate anyone else.
Yeah, Tony's fast and can take a single move to push up
Hostile
lines of
units
sight,
are
and everybody
moving
can
at
catch up
Strike
to
One's
him.
position, Commander. Commander, we're running short on time. That battleship is still on a direct course for the city. We have to get moving.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Wait, what? Oh, god damn it. I did not remember this many Sky Mutons.
Yeah, I remember one showing up on top of the,
On top of the
subway.
train? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I kind of remembered the other one that landed next to Tiny. I didn't remember this guy.
I always remember near the end, I always get my sniper who's up there. I was like, oh yeah, they can just have a direct shot at this one.
So remember that part where Nidian said she was out of ammo?
Yeah, she's out of ammo.
Fuck.
Killing time.
Well, that's okay. Tiny can punch that one. And then you've already got one that's at 4 health.
Yeah. Alternatively, that Muton is one space away from being tased by Sprawl.
Okay. You could try that, sure.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not entirely sure how that killed the door and the Muton. Okay, 6. That's good. That's almost to tase range.
Now, if you had a grenade, that would be perfect for guaranteed 3 damage.
You know,
And she can absorb a reaction fire with lightning reflexes.
Yep. I forgot what the second item on Tony is, if he had a grenade or not.
Probably a scope.
Probably a scope. Although maybe not, because he is has so much bullshit accuracy.
A la orden. Blanco incapacitado.
Okay, that is good. Getting 2 rifles and 2 alien grenades.
Yeah, and he's wiggling a little bit.
Yeah, they do that.
Okay. Okay, he's calmed down, more or less, I think. Very undignified position he fell unconscious in.
Affirmative, Commander.
This did kind of cost me a turn of moving forward, though, so I'm gonna rush Tiny forward. And you thought I wouldn't have time to capture Mutons.
Well, I'm very impressed you got 2 here.
Thank
They
you.
did drop right in your lap, and that was a lucky shot.
That was a 60% shot.
That was a lucky shot.
That was slightly better than a coin
Last
flip.
video, you said you didn't want to take 60% shots.
Roger, Dodger.
I didn't want to take a 50 with him last video, because he had been missing 80s, and that was the last
that-
action
yeah.
of my turn. It was either that or retreat, and I didn't give a crap if that thin man shot at Tiny, because it wasn't going to do much to him. Can't wait until my support bot gets online, because she'll have good accuracy.
Now, if that thin man was still there, this would be a bit of a different map. But now you can almost certainly get that one beacon left, and then there's just one more you can get to that I believe ends the map.
You gotta hit the last beacon, and you gotta get into the control room of the
Yeah.
train. Yeah.
Which you could probably do even if under fire.
Yeah. Start of next turn, Tony could hit the beacon, and then Sprawl could lightning reflex her way into the control room.
Roger, Dodger. Moving to position.
This did go surprisingly well, despite the increased number of Mutons that I hadn't expected. Which I guess did counter the fact I had
Commander,
armor
the alien
and
ship is almost
lasers.
in position to attack.
Typically, I would have expected this map to have like 2 less Mutons, and I might not have had laser weapons or carapace.
We've got it. All of the transponders are now transmitting. Now you just need to activate the train's drive system. We have a new objective.
And even with my
All
little
right.
detour to capture Mutons, I still got 2 turns left.
De acuerdo.
But you wouldn't get the achievement.
Nah.
Nice job, Commander. It looks like all of the transponders are in position and the train is ready to leave the station. Once it crosses paths with the battleship, the aliens are in for a surprise.
Hey Hong Kong, how you doing? Just leaving that battleship overhead.
Yep, just chilling there.
I'm sure that's good for panic levels, right?
Do these reduce panic levels in Asia?
You know, I haven't checked. I just figured Hong Kong would be freaking out if a battleship was just hanging over the city's line like that. Just
You'd
like,
think
hi,
so, yeah.
what's up, Hong Kong? Yeah, we're here.
I'm sure everyone remembers Independence Day.
Yeah, that was a peaceful thing,
I
right?
figured the aliens would put up more of a fight. They didn't look so tough this time around.
Promotions. More majors means no actual choosing.
So that's just more hit points based on your armor, which
Yeah.
is great for assault because I get them shot at all the time.
Right. It's actually pretty surprising how much health that grants. You can see that she's at 6 plus 8. Carapace only gives plus 4, so that's doubling the effectiveness.
Ooh, yeah. What do we got here?
We have repair servos, which would be useful, but it can only generate a total of 6 per battle, which really kind of limits
It's
it.
nice.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
The other is
And expanded
expanded
storage.
storage.
Yeah, if you don't have expanded storage, you really feel it.
Yeah, like,
You really do miss it.
I've already expressed my frustrations with the amount of ammo their main weapon carries.
The limited regeneration is nice because mechs do get shot at quite a lot, but expanded storage, you really do kind of need that
Yeah.
if you're shooting with guys at all.
You could certainly spec your mech pilots one way or the other. Damage control plus repair servos would lead you to a very survivable mech, certainly. And more lightning reflexes on the squad is just an obvious choice.
Another live capture? Please give my thanks to the main commander. I know it can't be an easy task trying to bring them in alive. You can trust that the research team will make it worth the trouble.
Oh, the other good thing about capturing 2 Mutons is that we have to disassemble one of those plasma rifles to study it.
Oh yeah, but you still get one though.
Yeah. We'll have one ready to go when we get
Yeah.
around to researching it.
Remember, we will be watching.
Those things do get expensive to build.
Yeah, they also upped the cost, I believe, in Enemy Within. I just did not like that name, Psycho, for my assault, so I'm gonna change that. And I think there's only one last thing to do, and that's stare at the Muton fish tank. Look at him. Just chilling out there.
He's not punching on the glass yet.
No, we'll get to that with the probulator. I mean, he is going to be the first thing I probulate, like, as soon as I have the South American bonus.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, that's going to be a good time. It's been a busy month. I keep thinking, like, oh, in 2 days I'll have, another mech trooper and lasers, and after that I can start gene modding, and then this shit pops up, and the
No,
next
you're
part
gonna have
of-
another thing to do in 2 days.
Yeah, I'll probably have to do the next slingshot mission before I get to any of those things on the list there.
Oh, that's gonna be a big one.
That is going to be a big one,
gonna be a
but
big one.
that is going to be another very special episode for another time. For now, though, I've been Jade Star.
I have been Guava Moment.
And join us next time for the Commander's Guide to XCOM. He's in a fish tank.
Living in a glass cage of emotion.